Hey, so what's up guys? Joseph Fountain here. So today we're going to be talking about a company called SnapTrade. Now SnapTrade is a company where you can get lots of information on stocks, and just like the name it says, SnapTrade. So if you're someone that's into trading, this is definitely a platform you want to tune into. They have a lot of features. They have a host of things and news that you can use to research, any stock, any company that you choose. And here's the thing, it's free. So let's take a look. Okay guys, so here we are on SnapTrade's website. Their website is snaptrade.us, so you can definitely check it out yourself. This is the home page, and it's pretty simple, helping you to be a skilled investor. Get stock recommendations based on technical indicators. Collaborate with your friends to gain from trusted collective research. Manage your watch list better to get new stock ideas. Now, this is pretty good because what happens is a lot of times I get a lot of questions on trading or on just researching stock and researching technically, like looking at different things, different methods, like, well, how do you see what's going on here and there? This site is actually a really good one. Now, a little history on them. I saw on Reddit that SnapTrade, they started their company based off of when Google financed to start, they changed up their platform. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with Google Finance, at one point, Google Finance was a tool I used to use all the time because it was so simple. Their platform was so robust. But now, the way Google Finance is, let's go take a look right now at Google Finance real quick. Let's take a look. So you guys can kind of see an example of, like, what they mean as far as changes and things like that. Because Google Finance used to be simple. All right, so look, now you come on. Now Google Finance is still cool to use, but now when you see this, it leaves a lot to be desired. It used to pull up a whole screen. So you go in and it's different. There used to be so much information you could get. It was easy to use. It's not as easy as it used to be. You could actually compare markets real simple. You could get information on what's going on. The way things were categorized, it was a little bit more, more informative than what it is now. And so basically they said they started theirs based off the fact that once they changed Google Finance, that they decided to start up SnapTrade because of the way the changes happened. And so for someone that's been invested for a while and used to use Google Finance for a lot, I can definitely identify. With what identify what they're saying, because I used to use a lot. I still use a little bit, but not as much because of their changes. So here we are with SnapTrade. Now, the great thing about SnapTrade is, now I'm signed into an account, but most of this information is pretty much useful without having to sign up. The only thing that signing up allows you to do is to start a watch list, which is up here. And so without a watch list, you're still able to get a lot of information on it. So like, this is my account. Go back here, not my account. Let's see if it stays here. So let's look at scanner. It might go in. Yeah, it just is signed in. But all these things will be available without you having to actually have an account. So it means you can do it for free and you still got plenty of information. So let's look at some of the features that they have here. So here's the home page. When you actually do sign up your account, all they do is actually for a nickname, they actually for an email address. You can create your password and voila, there you go. You have an account. That's about it. And so here, right off the gate, you can see they're already giving you information for recent earnings, upcoming earnings. They even have this cool thing about this community thing, which I think is pretty cool, where you can actually go in and kind of vote, like, your own type of stocks and things like that. So like, if we click in here in the community, I'm getting ahead of myself, but here you can kind of see some of the stocks right here, and up here, this is part of the scanner tool, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But here, you can see they have top movers and things like that, which are pretty simple and consistent, but it's loaded with information. So if you're someone that's looking to invest, they have everything. And here you can see penny stock. So this doesn't just gauge just the US only, it gauges everything. It gauges all the markets over the counter as well. Like we're talking about penny stocks, which I recently had somebody asking me about penny stocks and investing in like marijuana stocks and things like that. And you're just asking about where they find information. Well, here's a good place to start, where you can get probably a good amount of information here, and you don't have to worry about the information being slanted or kind of being controlled a little bit because it's over the counter. Because there's a lot of places that don't fool with over the counter stocks for various reasons. But then there are still some good things that can happen in over the counter, especially if you're someone that's trying to trade. Now, I'm not someone that trades stocks. I used to be in trading a long time ago, but I'm not someone that's into trading stocks like that anymore. But I still find this very, very useful in getting information and being able to see what's going on in the market, not just from what you see on the front surface, but the back surface, right? So here you have the news, which is pretty simple: latest tech, healthcare, high gainers, etc. So let's check out their scanner tool real quick. So scanner tool, this is where you get a chance to see everything that's going on, right? So for those that are trading, this is something that they're very big on. Having a scanner tool. Now these check marks over here just denote what's in like a watch list, for example. So I clicked on some so you can see just what it is. If you have it in your watch list, it has check. If you want it in your watch list, all you do is just hit that button right there. Now it's in your watch list. And so it's pretty simple. You can also click in the stock and do the same thing. So here you have your scanner. So you have your 52-week highs here, and it pretty much scans the market. Now when it scans the market, it uses the end of day of the previous market day, like yesterday. And then it also uses information from today as well. So they use a mix for that, which I think is pretty cool. So they try to give you the best information as to relates what's going on in the current time, so you can kind of make good decisions or just learn more. So you have your aerospace up here. Let's see what that's about. And then you get a list of things that are involved in aerospace and all types of things here. You can have your cloud IPO, so you can see recent IPOs here. You can have recent earnings, and pretty much it brings up all the information that you need. Now, if you're on here and you may have some suggestions or even thoughts, you have a feedback here. They are still building this platform, so you're able to add suggestions and things that you may have a good idea, and basically help them build the platform as they're constructing their platform to just help investors and traders of sorts. So they have everything: high gainer, volatile, industrial products here, so you can pretty much scan and see what's going on. Now let's take a look into these things so we can see a little bit more behind the scenes of how things are being done. You got your dividend paying. You can see it's just a long list of things here where you can go through and you can research. And they got one of my favorite stocks here, Dominion Power. And Dominion, that's the electric company where I am in Virginia, and some other states too. I've had this stock for a long time, but really great stock. Pretty simple. But here, once you click into the stock, you get a chance to see how everything's going, and you can actually just hover over these markers like in the chart, and you'll see that you have the earnings reports and things like that come up. It just pretty much gives you the information right there. It tells you the dividend, which is 83 cents. Awesome. I love their dividend. And you can see here, plateauing at 52-week low. So this is a lot of good information if you're trying to study a trend of stock or even see what's going on. So let's click on more details when you're in, within that company. And you can see the little bubbles showing that's just sourcing information. So here you have more things. You have your daily chart, your intraday, and then you even have like your candlesticks and everything else here. You have your 100-day, your 50-day, everything like that, which, you know, if you're not familiar with using research tools, you know, it's pretty simple, right? So you know, when you click on it, you kind of get the gist of it, so you can see what it does. Just tracking here. It gives you all the data here, but basically it gives you so many different tools for you to be able to make good decisions. They also have the top news here. Like it says, add to watch list. Add that to my watch list, and look, I can vote for that stock too. Bang, because I like it, right? And I'll show you where that is. It's they have that on the platform too, where, you know, you can actually vote for stocks that you like. And so what happens is you can see stocks, like what I'm talking about, far as stocks that you know you like or whatnot, and you vote for stocks. You can see what other people like on the platform as well. It brings a community aspect into it. So, you know, when you're looking at different things, you can actually see if people have been voting for it or not voting for it, or they think it's cool or not, or whatever the case is, with the thumbs up, thumbs down. But yeah, you got all the information you got here. Come down, compare with peers and Dow Jones, right? So it's just showing you a comparison here in the market if you want to see how things have been going. Now, this is an example of what I'm saying. Those that are interested in trading, it just gives you a lot of information. I'm going to show you underneath Discovery in a second. Then it shows you historical prices here. Green means good, red means bad, right? So green means that, you know, it's a plus, red means that it's down, obviously. So you can see here the closes, the prices, what's been happening over the last several months, etc. Now, it also shows you recently viewed here. So they actually got one of my favorite companies over here, AeroVironment, which is, it's like a secret company I never talk about, but it's a good defense play that I've been invested into for a long time. And you can see they're doing pretty good. And you go here, you can see they have their Q2, their Q3. You can see here everything. And here's the thing, they show you when it's overbought, and they show it when it's oversold and things like that. Like I said, if you're not familiar with those terms, do your research, but this is definitely good for being able to understand how things have been going and the trends and where people have been putting money or taking money out of, etc. You know, it just goes beyond the surface. So, which I think is really awesome. That's pretty cool. So let's go here to Discovery, which I was talking about. Now here, they show you pretty much information you're looking for. So here, 14-day change percentage. Now, if you were looking into this company called, whatever that says right there, ADR, that means it's not an American company, but you can trade it in the US. You see here, the 14-day change is 15% gain. 3-day change, 12% gain, all right? And that's just your overall change. Then you can see the volume. You can see the volume change here, which you can see the volume change has been going really well. So it's something that, you know, that's really being bought. And then they have their high gain price. Now, if you're not sure what that means, you go here. Stock gains more than 7% from the last day based on the end of the day price. That's what that means. And so, like I said, if you don't understand what that means, like I said, this is more for people who are really trying to trade like this type of information, or if you're looking for something that has some steam behind it right now, etc., etc. So they have a host of information here, a host of signals and things like that, that if you really want to dive into just looking at behind the scenes and seeing how things are being bought and sold, this is definitely a good term, a good site here that you can use. And then, you can also set your signals as well. So if you just want high gainers, high volume gainers, there you go. It shows you that, and it'll show you that only. But you can see that company we were talking about down here, but it shows you right here. And then you see the signal strength. 3 hours strong, 2 medium, 1 week. So bullish, is up. Bearish is down. Bullish meaning good, bearish meaning not so good, or just a decrease. So yeah, they have a lot of pretty good tools here. You gotta check it out. They have a light theme if you don't like the dark theme. I prefer the dark theme. Then they have your blog also, and here where they're just giving information about their company as they grow and other helpful tools that may help you as well. So you can go here and read up on their features and read on some information about all the changes that they're making and stuff like that. Roku and SPLK looks strong for the next week. I'm not sure what SPLK is, never heard of that company, but I know what the Roku company is. That's interesting. The Roku must be doing good. Let's check them out. Let's see the site working. Oh, so you can see there's 13 people who like it, 7 people who don't care for it. So the Roku is a company that just recently IPO. If you don't know what the Roku is, the video streaming company, and you can see their trends here. Basically, wow, they're doing pretty good. It's unexpected for me. I didn't think they would do so good. I think it's a good product, but I didn't think it was gonna do so good. But they found a way to apparently do good and make money, I guess. So, but yeah, this is just an example of like when you're doing research, you get a chance to take a look into it, see how things are going. And then if you're interested to see why it's doing good or just learn more about it, then you definitely have the information here. And they have the earnings over here. Your earnings per share, revenue, etc. Analysts. Yeah, so get all your information here. So it's definitely something worth you taking a look into, checking it out, and just discovering things that you may be interested in, finding out different things in different sectors. You can definitely do that with this. So this is a good site to help add to your tool. As you can see here, one of my favorite companies, of course, the signal strength is going down because it's went up so much, so people are trying to gain profits. But I'm in for long haul, investors, investor stuff. But yeah, this is a good tool to use. Hope you guys have taken something from this. Hope you guys check it out yourself. Add it to the list of things that you may use to do some investing, because what they're actually working on doing is they're working on creating a brokerage account around it, where you'll be able to use this platform also as a tool to invest in trade. So you've seen that happen a lot, and they are following suit with what's been happening with companies that have started their own companies where you can just get information, etc., to help people learn. And they include the brokerage account, and those companies do pretty well. So I don't see SnapTrade doing anything but doing the same thing and doing pretty well with their platform. So hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Check it out, snaptrade.us. Like I said, you can sign up for an account for your watch list. If you don't sign up for an account, you still can use the site and enjoy it. Talk to you guys soon.